Hello everyone, welcome to this channel, the channel where I simplify communication theories and media concepts. Today, I am breaking down one of the most influential theories in mass communication, the agenda setting theory. The agenda setting theory explains how the media quietly choose the things we all end up talking about, setting priority for us without us even realizing it. So if you're a communication student, a media practitioner, or a researcher looking to refresh your theory knowledge, please stay with me. I am Dr. Kemi. Kindly subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share with your friends. Now let's dive in. What is agenda setting? The agenda setting theory of mass communication says the media may not tell us what to think, but they tell us what to think about. Imagine you wake up in the morning and every news headline, television, newspaper, and social media page is talking about the rising food prices in Nigeria. By afternoon, even if you are not thinking about it before, you might end up discussing the rising food prices with your friends. When insecurity dominates news headline, radio talk shows, and social media discussions, Nigerians automatically started treating insecurity as the most urgent issue in the country. You see that shift is called agenda setting. The media shine the spotlight and we all follow and look where the light falls. The agenda setting theory was developed in 1972 by McCobb and Shaw. These two researchers noticed during the US presidential election that the issues people said were important were the exact issue the media have been shouting about. This theory has 6 major concepts. Let's examine them. The first concept is the media agenda, and it refers to issues highlighted in the media. For instance, insecurity, new government policies, climate change communication, or food inflation. The second concept is public agenda, and it refers to issues talked about by the public as influenced by the media agenda. For instance, when insecurity was constantly reported in the media, everybody started talking about it. The third concept is policy agenda, and it refers to those issues that attract government actions or attention. A very good example of this is the 2024 cybersecurity levy suspension as a result of the heavy media coverage and public pressure. The fourth is the salience transfer. This is the process where the media transfers the importance of an issue to the public. The next concept is priming. Priming explains how the media prepares the public to evaluate or judge the public based on issues highlighted in their reports. And the sixth concept is framing. While agenda setting tells us what to think, framing shapes how we think about it. And this is why this theory says the media is not just successful in telling us what to think, they are stunningly successful in telling us how to think about it. Agenda setting theory has 5 basic assumptions. Let's examine them. The first assumption is that media have the power to determine which issues are seen as important in the society. Number 2, people rely on the media to know and understand what's happening around them. The third assumption is that the more attention the media gives an issue, the more important the people believe it is. The fourth assumption is that media, public, and policy makers influence one another. While the fifth assumption is that people discuss the issue media highlights. Based on these 5 assumptions, the theory proposes that media priorities shape public priorities. Secondly, the theory proposes that public priorities can push policymakers to act, while the third proposition is that continuous coverage of an issue increases the importance of that issue. Now let's relate these theories, assumption, and proposition to current issue in Nigeria. The daily news reports and coverage of kidnappings, killings, and attack has made insecurity the top national issue of concern in this country. Therefore, this theory says the media didn't just tell people what to think, it tells people how to think about it. No theory is perfect, so the agenda setting theory has been criticized. One of the criticisms of the theory is that it assumes that media audience are passive, and this is not so. Today, media audience are actively involved in the selection of the content they consume. The second criticism of the theory is that the emergence of social media has weakened the dominance of the media, particularly the traditional media. This theory was proposed during the time when the only available media were the traditional media like radio, television, and newspaper, and this traditional media dominates. But today, we now have social media that has given free and open access to everyone to share content. We have citizen journalists, influencers, and bloggers, and these people share news faster than the traditional media. The third assumption of the theory is that sometimes people may ignore issues highlighted in the media, especially when the issues have no relevance or direct impact on them. Another criticism of the theory is that the theory is unable to explain why some issues go viral and others don't. This criticism of the theory reflects that the media have power, but the power of the media is not absolute. Today, digital media users like TikTok users, Instagram users, Facebook users, and WhatsApp broadcasts now share the agenda setting role with the traditional media. Influencers, bloggers, and citizen journalists now share news faster than the traditional media. Sometimes, these people force the traditional media to pick up stories that they report the next morning. This tells us that the agenda setting has moved from the newsroom to your mobile phone. The agenda setting power is now a shared power. What do you think? Do you think the traditional media still have greater influence on the people than the social media? Who sets the agenda the most? Who sets the agenda first? Is it the traditional media or the social media? I would like to hear from you. Please share your perspective in the comment section. And as usual, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching this episode. See you in the next class right here on YouTube.